Welcome everybody to the Microsoft 365 Power Platform community call. So this is our community takeover call where us as members communities are hosting these calls. Now that Vesta's back, he'll obviously start to take over the calls in the future, but I get the privilege of running through these calls with you for one last time in this series. So my name is Paul Bullock. I'm part of Avanade, so I'm your host today, and we've got a jammed-packed agenda for you. So we've got the latest news and updates from the M365 Power Platform, the blogs. We're going to do a picture time, so you can come on camera and you can show off your face in a nice setting and get that sort of grip picture time, which is super cool. And then we've got two great demos coming up. We've got Watson and Jason Huang, who's doing data discovery and experience with Dataverse from Microsoft. And then we've got a SharePoint Hackathon entry that's going to be running through from Waseel Akbari, who's been running through the hackathon entry for that with this AI-powered employee helpdesk for SharePoint. So that's our demos for today. So really looking forward to those. Just so that you know what resources we have. So the community is grown quite nicely over the last 10 plus years, I guess, which is super cool. So there's lots of information, lots of knowledge, lots of activity from all of you great folks as well. So what do we have, right? We have community videos. So if you like consuming content in that manner, we've got hundreds and hundreds of videos on our YouTube channel. We've also in the social media space as well. We're also very active. So LinkedIn groups, we've got LinkedIn groups. We're part of Blue Sky. We're involved with Twitter as well. So we're in a few spots if you want to meet up, and I'll mention another channel later on in the call. We've also got a load of open source repositories. So if you're new to development and you want to learn something, certainly even as an experienced developer, I always visit these repos because there's always something new to learn. We've got a set of open source repositories for you to then take that content and learn from it and build your projects and solutions from, which is super cool. All this stuff feeds up into the sample gallery. So we've got the community samples gallery, which lists all the samples from all of our repos. So we've got this nice central place for you to, if you're looking for something, start there. I highly recommend that place. And then we've got, if this is all too much to learn, obviously there's so much going on. There's so much stuff. We've got our central site, so AKMS/community/home on there, or community.ms. Will take you to our main landing site where you can find all these resources. Obviously, there's a whole whirlwind of links there, so you don't have to go through each one of those. So these are part of a series of community calls. So we're doing this takeover series as part of the Tuesday calls. We'll also have the Power Platform monthly calls as well, Office add-ins. We've got the Microsoft 365 and Power Platform community calls typically on Thursdays as well, and the Viva Connections SPFX calls where we go through all of the sort of latest stuff from the community and so forth. But you can, there's again so many calls for you to attend. If you want to choose the calls you want to be part of, we're absolutely welcome. We're all friendly. AKMS/community/calls, and we have this meetup channel as well where you can see the agendas as well for the upcoming calls to see what you fancy attending. We also have an opportunity to present. You have the opportunity to present to the community. So if you've got a cool demo, something you want to show off, a co-pattern, by absolutely all means, everyone is welcome at all levels. So if there is something you want to do, there's a link for you to follow, AKMS/community/request demo. If you follow that, we are very, very supportive. I've been working with David quite a lot, and as where he's been supporting me through my speaking journeys as well. So we've got a good community presence here to support you through that, and you can even buddy up as well. So if you want to present with someone, say you're new and you want to get a feel, then by all means reach out to us, and we'll support you through that initiative as well. If you're brand new to this call, we have a bunch of getting started assets in the Microsoft space. So we got M365 Dev Learn there, as you see there, the learning modules for you to walk through, and they're different levels as well, beginner, intermediate courses, so you can go through and pick your modules, perhaps build up some certifications as well. And we've got the equivalent page as well for the Power Platform Learn modules as well. So there's over just over 100 modules roughly in each of those, so which is super cool. And as I mentioned earlier, our sample gallery has got loads of samples. As you can see, that number is 2,450 samples. So that's absolutely amazing. That's not just us writing code. That's you guys. That's all of you folks out there sharing your stuff with the community. So which is absolutely awesome. So again, check that resource out, akms/community/samples. And we have a new samples gallery. So if you're learning MCP server, for example, you have the ability to connect to the MCP server here, as you can see on this address here, akms/m365 galleries MCP. So you can plug that into either GitHub Copilot or Copilot Studio, and then you can bring that data into your apps if you want to do it on that sort of intelligent level with these sort of Copilot experiences. So that's available to you now. Check that link out if you're interested, and go to explore it. David, I'm going to pass this one over to you for the Sharing is Caring initiative.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Paul. So, friends, as we are getting out of summer, giving everybody that time off to relax and recharge, we are spinning back up the Sharing is Caring session. So be on the lookout. We'll get that scheduled out in the next few days, finally. So everybody's coming back, and we're getting those schedules aligned. So thank you. And if you're wondering what is Sharing is Caring, it is a program that provides hands-on guidance to be able to support those things like the samples and all these different types of contributions. They're live, they're hands-on. So we walk you through, for example, how to interact with GitHub and create a pull request, and you might be like, I don't even know what a pull request is. Well, you'll find out together, and it is a safe space, which means that we do not record any of it. So you're free to ask any and all questions that you would like without the fear of it going on record, because sometimes we do get a little afraid to ask questions when we think, well, no one else is asking the question, so is it a dumb question? And if no one else is asking it, I don't want to ask it because then I may look dumb and it's going to get recorded and blah, blah, blah. We don't want that. We want everybody to feel empowered. So you're free to join. You can collaborate with other members of the community. It's a great time with Hugo and I, and Stephanie and Todd is getting involved. So please definitely keep an eye out, and we'll let you know as soon as we get that scheduled. And of course, once you do contribute, we want to recognize you for the amazing work that you're doing. In our official Best in Class recognition program, on the next slide here, it showcases all those badges that are available to each and every one of you. It's powered by Credly. Wow, that zipped through pretty quickly. We got a number of badges that are, that's okay. We got a number of badges that are available. We've got the middle of our superhero season right now, the Porcupine Rises. That badge you see is the bonus badge. So you get that absolutely for no additional contributions once you achieve the other 4 badges. So it's a great way to get involved. It's a great way to get recognized. And it is, while we are having fun, it is real and accredited. It shows your managers and your bosses, and it shows your clients that you're involved in a way that maybe your competitors or peers are not. So it allows you to have leverage for things like that raise or that next project. And it's our way of saying thank you for being involved. It is absolutely free. There is no cost. We cover that. We just need you to opt in, ak.ms/community/recognition, and we'll track the amazing work that you're doing. And thank you for all those that are sharing on the socials, showing them off and proud of them. We cannot be more proud of you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Paul, back to you.
Yeah, thank you, David. Thank you for that best-in-class community program that you run. So that's super, super awesome. We have a number of conferences running at the moment. So Seattle's just gone. So sorry if you were expected to be in Seattle. Oh no, the date's passed. I'm sorry, but I'm sure there'll be one next year. You've got Atlanta coming up as well in August. Actually now. So quickly get on a plane, fly over there, and attend the conference. And then you've got Dallas coming up in November. So you've got a range of TechCon conferences coming up. We've also got the Power Platform Conference end of October, so go check that out. So if you want to learn something new, it's one of the biggest ones in the Microsoft space, so absolutely check that out, meet with your peers as well, and have a great time at those experiences. Yeah. And then Ignite's coming up, so November the 17th, where Microsoft demonstrate all the cool stuff they've built, and we get to play with it as well. Yeah, that's coming up as well, and the registration's opening up soon as well. We also have ESP in Dublin. So the European SharePoint Conference is over in Ireland at the moment. So absolutely go check that out. Again, another large European-based conference. If you want to go check that out, meet your peers again, if that's in your local area. There's hundreds of cool speakers, and again, a very large community presence at that one. So absolutely recommend checking that one out. Then we've got ECS 26, so another really big conference over the 5th to 7th of May next year in Germany. Again, but 3,000 plus attendees is absolutely amazing. How many community and Microsoft members all come meet up and share cool stories and have a massive hackathon and things like that. So go check that out. As you can see here, there's a whole range of community events coming up. I won't go through all of these, but we've got a few, Dynamics Con, we've got Agent Con, we've got the Baltic Summits, and loads more for you to enjoy. So if you don't want to travel to the big ones or you want to look at the smaller ones, then absolutely check these out. These are super cool. They're coming up in August and September as well. Check out communitydays.org to get all the details for those and where you can attend. And over to you, Vesa.
Yes, so this week, quick update on the news side from Microsoft. We didn't have a massive amount of news because, again, it's a summer period, but the biggest news from last week is GPT-5. And of course, at the day of GPT-5 announcement, it was also available in the Microsoft 365 Copilot and also in Azure AI Studio. So that's the partnership between OpenAI and Microsoft. So you can see things evolving super fast. Other than that, a few updates here and there related on Teams and Viva and Power Platform, but that's it pretty much from the Microsoft side for this week. And good to be back. Thank you, Ollie, for noticing as well. So I've been away for sabbatical for 8 weeks. Good to be back. Back to you, Paul.
And it's great to have you back, Vesa. And I'm glad to see on this screen there's no rename, so us consultants can relax for an extra week.
For now.
For now, I'm sure. So if you've got a Copilot, so welcome to the Copilot prompt library. So this is an area where you can share your prompts with Copilots on different ones to share with the community. aka.ms/pmp-prompt-library, where you can see a whole repository of prompts that you can check out with Copilot and see what the community's contributed back. And we have our Copilot prompt of the week from Jim Duncan. Congratulations, Jim. Thank you for sharing this prompt with the community. So we go through and summarize what you've been attempting to accomplish overall and what you've accomplished so far. So a great way of summarizing all that information and getting that information back and sharing that with the community. So check out that repo, check out Jim's prompt and have a go and see how it works for you. And now we have picture time. David, I'm going to pass this one over to you, if that's okay.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Paul. So I will share my screen. Everybody get those cameras turned on so that we can capture those fantastic faces for you all. So thank you. Great. All right. See Vesa back in. Zhao, seeing Hal. Excellent. Great to see the smiling faces. See if well, there I am. I'm up in the corner next to Cindy. Awesome. All right. See my good friend Keith. Great to see you. We're doing good on time, and we only have a couple sessions today, so we can give everybody an opportunity. I know Teams is a little delayed in turning those cameras on, so I see folks are still popping in. We'll give it just a second. Vesa is warming up with the arms and the dance. We'll give it just another second or two for everyone. Great to, again, see you all on the call. As summer is spinning back down, we're all going to start hunkering down in the winter and doing more tech, so we're excited. All right, looking for the high five there. All right, yes. Okay, let's do the countdown, everybody. Let's get 3, 2, and 1, and wave to the community. Great to see you all again. Thank you for being the best part of this community. Again, we would not have these opportunities without you. Really appreciate everything that you're doing each and every single day in the community. Thank you so much. All right, we'll get that shared out on the socials. Paul, back to you.
Marvelous. Thank you, David. Let me just take over screen sharing. And next, we have our wonderful demos, have the meat of the meat and potatoes. So we've got Sean Watson and Jason Huang. Can I hand that over to you, Sean? And,
you can indeed.
If you take over screen sharing and then take it away.
Sounds like a plan. Okay. You should all
come through.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Let me just make sure I can see chat while we're doing this. Thank you, Teams. Okay, so thank you for having us, first of all. We're going to talk through a very quick overview of what is Dataverse, some of the kind of background of Dataverse, and we'll jump into some of the demos and try to keep this as demo heavy as possible. I know that's what we're all here for. So let's get rolling. We'll cover kind of Dataverse and where it fits into this story of the AI era. We'll jump into the demo portion of this, and that honestly should be our time, but we'll do a quick recap at the end. The last decade fundamentally was built on data and that AI foundation. Dataverse throughout that time has been there with millions of low-code makers and pro-code developers, enabling them to build on top of these enabling them to build on top of solutions, on top of the system of records. With Power Platform, the apps, the pages, the automate, and Dynamics, Dataverse has fundamentally been there as the enterprise solution to unify that common data for the apps and to enable the operational data store for business applications. Now, as we kind of start to look forward, we envision a world where every employee will have their Copilot. And that Copilot will be supported by many agents. So in reality, if a company has 1,000 employees, there's going to be 1,000 Copilots. But behind those Copilots, there's going to be tens of thousands, if not more, agents. And then today and in the next decade forward, Dataverse is continuing to empower AI organizations to transform their business processes using Copilot and agents. I'm sure you've all had hands-on experience with this, but if you haven't, we'll cover some pieces in a moment. With Dataverse, you can apply generative AI easily and very simply on top of your common data that you already have in Dataverse. From there, you can also store your operational data and business data for your agents, all in the same location as your apps. So what is Dataverse? A little intro and a little backstory there on kind of our positioning, but Dataverse is and continues to be that enterprise-ready, trusted data platform for your intelligent apps and for your agents. This platform is secure and compliant as expected. It's built on top of Azure services, enabling that hyperscale support, and it brings intelligence to your data with GenAI. Dataverse is a polyglot storage system supporting both unstructured and structured data. It's a platform that is AI assisted through Data Workspace and fully integrated into Copilot Studio. This allows you to leverage your data via agents and surface them to customers or employees internally. Now, that's enough of kind of the background side of things. Let's look at how you can discover and explore your data with Dataverse, and I'll hand over to Jason.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Sean. Just make sure, Sean, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Awesome. So let me share the screen. So I think just a quick recap. The Dataverse is storing and managing data used by business application. That means we are speaking of real-time, large-scale business data that changes 24 hours, 7 days. Then the mission or the concept of the Dataverse discovery is actually to help different users with different use cases to find the most relevant information efficiently. So you will see a list of the quick demo using different features, but all built on top of the Dataverse search to help you retrieve the information. So let's first go through some sample data. So this is sample data from a sales CRM. Your business data is actually stored in multiple related tables. See on the left tab, you have a list of the essential views like accounts, contacts, leads, and opportunities to help you run your sales-related business. And here is one sample record that is, this environment is a pre-prod environment, so it is a little bit slow, but you can see this is a one account that's owned by me. You have all these additional metadata related to this account. Then the first search option you might notice here is on the top. This is called global search. Here you can search the keyword, let's say like test, because this is a test environment with a lot of sample data. It will return you a list of the record across all different tables in the CRM. Right? You have the cases, you have the orders, you have the accounts. It also supports fuzzy match. So for example, I'm using TST, but since it is covering all the testing and test. The other item was to call out here is it also supports relevance ranking. Think of in a real business when I'm typing some general term with multiple record found, you will actually get the most relevant records based on your current user ID. For example, if I'm searching research, did you remember like I'm owning that Terry research? Then this Terry research with my primary contact showing up will always showing at the top. Okay, so moving to the next. Sometimes you are not really looking for a single record, but a list of the record that meets your condition. For example, here is a view that, so let me go back to the default view. Here is a default view of the opportunities that are filtered based on my ownership. And this is the second search bar. This search bar is able to understand your natural language and then convert it into a set of the rule to help you filter the data and get the set of the record. So let me go back to all opportunities. You will see there I have 94 records. Then I can ask the questions, let's see, like, yes, so like this one. So open opportunities with revenue greater than 10,000 and code rating. So what they do here is, so you got these natural language questions. We will extract several of the keywords and apply some advanced filter based on these keywords. So you see here, you have open opportunities, then we know the status needs to be equal to open. The estimate revenue needs to be greater than 10K, and the rating needs to be showing as code. Right? So once you get this list of the record, you can also easily visualize it to get some additional insights. So let's try visualize as a pie chart grouped by the close months and show revenue. Right. So let's see.
Wait, let's just zoom in a minute.
Oh, sorry, Paul. Do you have a question?
We're getting asked from chat to zoom. Can you zoom in, Jason?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Is it better now?
You've got a thumbs up. I assume so. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. So basically, you ask these questions, and it will be generating this pie chart based on your request using the existing data. And this is also dynamic. Let's see, like if I'm removing these additional rating filters, this will showing the new results with all these 18 records. Okay. So now I can use these two different types of search for single or multiple record retrieval. But sometimes I'm not looking for the record retrieval. I'm looking for something more efficient or something I cannot directly get by looking the record because it requires join with multiple tables or do some simple calculation, right? Then the third option we have here is this Copilot sidecar. Let's try some questions. What is the total revenue for my own account? So behind scene, what he's trying to do is he's trying to convert this natural language into the SQL and then query the data. So this time it is not working. Let me refresh the page. So sorry for the interruption. This happens because this is like a pre-prod environment. We are running lots of experiment on top of it. Let me retry the questions. So first of all, here, I have this active account that is owned by me. So ideally, I should be able to get some answers. Okay, so this time it takes some time. So we have a higher expectation that it will return some result. But again, this is for natural language to SQL, and it is able to know what is your current user ID, so that when I'm asking like my own account, it is able to apply the filter based on your user ID condition. So here it returns this total revenue, and by clicking these more details, it will be able to tell you how we are getting these results. You see, it is like based on the ownership, you get this list of the account, then it joins with the opportunity table to get the right total revenue. And sometimes you are not looking for this computing, you are looking for some non-aggregated questions. Let's see, like if I'm asking list all opportunities related to my own account. This time, it will be returning some more richer content. Let's wait for a couple more seconds. So this time you will be able to get this fancy record link that you can click and help you navigate to the right view. So you see this record is owned by me. And sometimes it is kind of expected that you will get a long list of the record. Then you will be able to using this show on a page, similar like what you have seen from the data exploration agent, that we are applying some advanced filter conditions so that you will see all the related records. So for example, I'm clicking here. Let's see what kind of additional filter he applied to give this result. So he's using these, contains the data, and the owner user ID is equal to my user ID. Okay, so, okay, what else? So this is all the work that we are doing under the model-driven app. Now let's talk about MCP. The Dataverse search is actually being added as one of the tools in MCP. So you will have the flexibility to go beyond the above feature. So let me open my VS Code. So here, see if I have that. This, you will see this is the URL link for my CRM. I'm linking this same CRM to the MCP. So let's first do some quick validation, see if this link building has been built successfully. Let me ask like how many accounts? So this time it is not working. Let me restart the conversation. Change to a different agent. Okay, so by changing to a different agent, you see that it's able to connect to your MCP server. The first step he's doing is listing the table. He's trying to find what table you have in this CRM to see if he's able to answer these questions. So the first time that when he built this connection, it always takes some time. And again, this is a pre-prod environment, so it is kind of expected that it will having some certain delay. Yes, he is able to retrieve and find, oh, you have this long list of the table in this CRM. So the next step he's doing, he's trying to interpret your questions into the SQL. So you see he's like trying to count about your account numbers from the account table, then return back with a number. Now let's try some questions that might be more complex. Let's see, show a bar chart, estimated revenue for, see, like for top opportunities, and provide me some suggested next step. So for this type of questions, he's able to write some Python code to make it work. So the first step here, he's trying to find the top 10 records in the opportunity tables, and based on sorting by the estimated value. So this is a definition from the MCP about what is the top opportunities. And this is a number he's retrieving. So he will use this data to help you rendering a bar chart and also analyze this data to provide you some additional insights. Okay, so it is able to generate this kind of C code, this Python code. Let's try to run that. Okay, so you see he's showing some kind of error from the PowerShell. He's able to do the self-correction. Let's see if he's able to do that. Otherwise, we can run that just manually. Awesome. So this is the view that is being generated based on this Python code. Okay, let me go back to the slide. Let's do a quick recap about the demo we have seen. So in the model-driven app, you have the global search. That is a keyword search for the single record lookup. You have the data exploration agent. That is a natural language for rule-based filter to return a set of the records. You also have this Copilot chat that you are still using the natural language for some analytics or for some aggregation questions. Now, beyond the model-driven app, you can connect to the Dataverse MCP, and we are also offering some additional capabilities. For example, you can connect your Dataverse data as a knowledge for your custom agent in MCS. You can also calling this web API directly for developers to perform the search on top of Dataverse data. Okay, back to you, Sean.
Thank you, Jason. We got a couple of questions in chat. They haven't gone unnoticed. We'll follow up for sure. Thank you for posting pieces. And we do have resources, so we'll share those out as well. Let me just bring up the screen and we'll go from there. So we did a quick overview of different parts of exploring data with Dataverse, but really to recap, Dataverse is there to support your needs and your business, empowering it to truly transform any of those existing processes you have. If you're leveraging Dataverse today or not, you can bring your data into Dataverse. And we want to evolve that process from what it is existing today into that Copilot and agent-first process. With Dataverse, as you've seen, this is just tabular data we were looking at and playing with there in those demos. But you can easily apply Gen AI over the top of that common data and make use of it in any which way you desire. You can also store your operational data and your business data for your agents in the same place that your app data exists, as we were looking at. And really, we're here to enable you to make your data discoverable and available for exploration wherever you need it. So a quick thank you from us. If folks do want to reach out and contact us, we can share our information and follow up. More than happy to there. And from a resources perspective, a couple of quick overview pieces on what is Dataverse from a very high level, getting started with Dataverse, some of the MCP connection pieces we were just looking at, the Power Platform side of things, and even the Copilot Studio integration, as we were just talking about at the very end there. We didn't get to go through that in detail, but I did see there was a question in chat, can you make use of this data in an agent in M365? And you totally can if you go and build that agent in Copilot Studio and then publish it to M365. So that is everything from us. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Jason. That was a great set of demos, and I love the fact that there's an API available to play with as well as a developer. So really enjoyed that. So thank you. Just popping up the slides there, sharing. So over to our next demo of the day. Waseel, are you free to take over sharing and take it away?
Thank you. Share my screen.
We're seeing the presenter's view, not the. Just flip it around. Yeah. Brilliant.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to present today. My name is Waseel, and I'm lead SharePoint architect and administrator. I've been working with SharePoint for nearly 2 decades, starting with SharePoint 23 and continuing through every version since 2007, 10, 13, 16, 19, subscription edition, and SharePoint Online. Today, I'm excited to share a solution that brings AI directly into the SharePoint experience and AI power employee helpdesk built using Microsoft Copilot Studio. As businesses continue to evolve and embrace digital transformation, the demand for faster, more efficient employee support has never been greater. This session, I will walk you through how AI technology, when integrated with Microsoft 365 and related platform, can streamline helpdesk operation, reduce response time, and ultimately improve employee satisfaction. This chatbot is fully embedded in SharePoint Online and enable users to ask questions, open or check service requests, escalate incident, and even assign ticket to specific helpdesk staff, all through a natural conversation. I will walk you through its key capabilities, show how it uses structured knowledge within SharePoint, and demonstrate how it can support full support lifecycle right from the SharePoint interface. I'm looking forward to your question and feedback. Let's get started. So this solution is built using Microsoft Copilot Studio, and it's embedded directly within the SharePoint Online environment. It's always available and allows users to ask questions, open ticket, or check the status of their requests, all without leaving SharePoint. Here are the core features of the chatbot. It can carry on a natural conversation with user, answer questions using correlated knowledge from SharePoint, escalate to human support when needed, and track incident status, all from one interface. To ensure accuracy, the chatbot pulls information from a structured knowledge source base that lives within SharePoint. This content is added as a knowledge source in Copilot, which ensure the response are reliable, current, and contextual. If the bot cannot answer a question, it automatically offers to open a service request. The user just provides a brief title and description, and the chatbot creates the ticket directly from the chat interface, streamlining the escalation process. One helpful feature is targeted assignment. If the user knows who should handle the issue, they can tell the bot to assign it to a specific helpdesk employee. This is especially useful for recurring or familiar issues and speed up the resolution. User can also check the status of their previously submitted ticket by simply asking the bot if it fetched the latest update from the helpdesk system and display it right in the chat. This reduces follow-up emails and increase transparency. The helpdesk bot reduces the workload on IT teams by automating repetitive tasks. It improves the user experience by enabling self-service support and ensure the full incident lifecycle, ask, escalate, assign, and track happens all within SharePoint. I will show you a live demo. You will see how user can interact with the chatbot, escalate an issue, assign it to someone, and check a previous ticket status, all in a seamless experience inside SharePoint. And if you had some time, I will show you the backend configuration in the Copilot Studio, how it's configured, and how the agent was created back in the Copilot Studio. Stop share here. Share my other screen. All right, as you can see, I'm currently logged into SharePoint employee helpdesk site. This site acts as a central hub for IT-related information. At the top, you scroll to the top, you can see there's the navigation bar that connects this site to other site collection, making it via hub, making it easy for user to explore and browse related content. So user can log in and browse all these other site collection where it hosts some of the IT related information. And let's say a user log in and has a question, and instead of calling or emailing the support, they can interact with the chatbot. So if I scroll down, you would see the chatbot icon here. Here's the chatbot. So it's embedded. It is built, created in Copilot Studio, published, and embedded into the SharePoint site. Let's click on it. Refresh one time. All right. So before we interact with the chatbot, it asks us to authenticate. After successful authentication, it will greet us and allow us to start interacting with the chatbot. I'm going to click on login, go through the authentication. It will provide me a validation code. I'm going to copy the validation code and paste, send or hit enter. And then as you can see, the chat started the greet, which is all customizable back in the Copilot Studio. And it'll give me a prompt. What can I ask? So if I click on the prompt, so I can help answer a variety general IT question. I can also help create lookup service requests that you have opened. So there are other prompts that's already there. Well, now I want to ask a question from the chatbot that has an answer from the connected knowledge source. Let's say the chatbot should respond with an accurate answer based on information available on the knowledge source. So this information was pulled. This is the answers. Password should be changed at least every 90 days, and the previous 5 passwords cannot be used. And as you can see, here is the reference, and this information was pulled from this policy document that's hosted under the IT policy sites over here in this site collection. Now I will demonstrate, let's say, what happens when a user asks a question that's not covered in the knowledge base. So, one more time. As you can see, the chatbot responded back that I'm unable to answer because this is not, it couldn't find it in the knowledge source. And it's prompting me if I want to open a service request. I would say yes. Okay, so now I have to provide a brief title for the service request. And now it's asking me to provide a description. And then it confirm this is the title, description. You want to create the incidents. I'll click create. And this incident has been successfully created. Now let's check, verify if this incident was successfully created in the ServiceNow. So I'll copy this request incident number, and on the next tab, I have move this. I have ServiceNow open here, and we'll verify the, oh, it's here. Let me log in. I'll paste the incident number and search for it. Yeah, so here you go. I did find this incident was created, and we can see the date and time. Now, let's say I want to assign this incident with the help of the chatbot to somebody that I have worked with in the past. So I'm going to ask the chatbot to assign this incident. Come back to this screen and ask the chatbot, provide the incident number, and then it would ask me for the email address of the staff. So I'll provide the email address. If you go back to the previous, the ServiceNow windows, the incident was assigned to an employee, all from the chat window. And let's say if an employee staff came and updated the ticket, resolved the ticket. So the status is in progress. I will go ahead, mark this as a resolve. I have to put my notes. Resolution code, resolve. Now, if I go ask for the status of the incident, the bot would go ahead, pull that information and display it for me. I have to provide the incident number, scroll down to the status resolved. It was assigned and all the title, description, and the date it was open. And I don't know if I have a few minutes, I can show the backend how this bot was configured. So here I'm logged in the Copilot Studio, and this is the bot agent Copilot agent. You could customize the logo, which I have customized here on my end. And this is the instruction provided to the bot. And as we scroll down, these are the knowledge source. And you can see one of the connector I have configured is the ServiceNow. And it was, here's the setting for the bot. One setting that I wanted to show is the security and authentication, which I have it manually and configured. And then it's published to a channel, to the website, demo website, and then you can get the code and embed it into your SharePoint site. Yeah, back to you. Thank you.
Oh, very, very, very cool demo there, Waseel. I was learned a lot from that. I think there's quite a lot of excitement from the community for that use case. So congratulations on your submission for the hackathon. So it's great to see these solutions being shown in a community setting, so we can learn a bit more. But yeah, thank you very much for that. That's a great demo.
Thank you.
So just continuing on, so next Tuesday we have a couple more demos in line for you. So we've got Akbari, who's teaching us how to integrate Azure AI Foundry Agent with M365 Agents SDK. So that's really cool. And then we've got Bruce Larry, who's another hackathon participant winner, who will show us the Eco Guardians homepage and SharePoint portal. So look forward to that on the next call. One thing so I mentioned earlier, so we are invested in the social media channels. This is another one of our channels. So we have a Discord server. So be outside of these calls. Obviously, we've got a great chat experience going on. So thank you for all those positive comments, and join us on the Discord server so you can continue that and connect with your peers as well as a place to share community knowledge and engage with each other. And we always we always learn from our community calls, what's good, what's bad, what could be improved, how do you get rid of Paul, all those things, if you want to feed those back. So AKMS/community/calls/feedback. We absolutely welcome your feedback. We learn, we pivot, and we improve. So absolutely fill that out if you've got some feedback for us. And thank you. This recording will be available in 24 hours on our community YouTube channel. So if you want to replay some of those cool things that have been presented, then that's the place to go. So check out our next call on August the 19th for the next call. So thank you, everybody. Have a great day, great evening, great morning, and enjoy the summit period. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul, as well. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.